Warning, may cause extreme student engagement.
Welcome to the Digital Dish.
Your go-to podcast for all things tech and education. Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. Woohoo!
Welcome back to the Digital Dish, your go-to podcast. We said that in the intro, though. So
Yes, we did.
for everything.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm Allie, avid reader and your EdTech coach.
And I'm Katie, your amateur groomer and director of EdTech at West Hill.
To be fair, we had to Google how to spell that.
Yeah, and that's why I said it that way. I had AMATURE. I was like, that doesn't look right.
We were both looking at it like, yeah, no, that doesn't look
No.
right.
And now I can say it like that, amateur.
So tell me about that, amateur groomer.
I groom my own dogs, and it is hellish.
I bet.
They're doodles. They're standard doodles, so they're like 55, 60 pounds, and their fur has to be brushed like 4 days a week, maybe. And that's on top of like all the other normal stuff that dog owners do. But their ears have to be plucked. Their paw pads have to be shaved out regularly, not just. And then they need baths like at least every 3 weeks, and then they get the full clipping. So when it's the full clipping day, I brush every single tangle in the entire body. It takes forever, like an hour. And then the bath, which takes like a half an hour. And then you have to blow dry them, but not with a hair dryer, but like a high-powered grooming blow dryer. And brush them while you're blow drying them. And then you can trim them with the clippers.
Wow.
It's insane.
Times 2 because you have 2 dogs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Every weekend I'm doing something. And I've been losing sleep. So last night it was nail night. Because of the
Oh, yeah.
3 o'clock in the morning. Go to bed!
Padfoot's been doing that and it's driving me nuts.
Yeah, it drives me nuts. So what are you reading, Allie?
So I am very close to the end of Fourth Wing.
Oh, my
finally
God.
started it.
I'm
I
glad
know.
you didn't tell me until just now.
Your face just lit up like a beacon.
If you haven't read this book, you have to read this book.
I've probably, and working 2 jobs and all that kind of stuff, it's been very busy for me, but it's been less than a week and I am probably 100 pages from the end.
Oh, yeah.
And
You can't put it down.
No, I can't. And yesterday morning and this morning, I was trying to read before work. Yeah, I really shouldn't do that because I got to a great pinnacle and then I was like, no, I gotta go. I gotta go to work.
That stinks. Oh, my God. I'm reading the third
Oh,
of
really?
the series right now.
That's what my sister's working on right now.
Yeah. Iron Flame was phenomenal. This one I'm having, I think just because I'm so distracted with other things like my off-grid living and my cow
Your cow hoof
hooves and yeah, like all the other things that I'm thinking about, canning and
all the
stuff. Rainwater catchment system,
Ooh, let's talk about that later.
Yeah, maybe next week. So yeah, I've been a little distracted, but she's such a good writer.
It's excellent. Like I couldn't believe.
Yeah.
Like I cannot put this down.
I 100% understand and totally agree. Did you read the Sarah Moss books at all?
Yes.
The Court of
Roses, Thorns and Roses.
Yeah,
that series.
Yeah. Did you read
yeah.
the other series by her?
Not yet.
Okay. So after you're done with Fourth Wing, the trilogy, you got to go back to the Assassin series by Sarah Moss.
Okay.
That's my favorite. It is so freaking good.
She does the Throne of Glass one too in Crescent City.
Yeah,
okay.
Throne of Glass one. Crescent City is very good. Both of those I think are better than Agatoa. I think they're better. But yeah.
Awesome.
I could talk about this stuff all day.
Absolutely. Well, let's kind of sidebar though,
Yeah.
so we can continue this conversation later. And we're talking about
table the discussion.
Oh, put it back on our to be read shelf.
Yeah.
We're talking about Pear Deck today.
We are one of my favorite tools.
And hold on though. Couple quick things I want to talk about first. So in being in the different buildings, I am loving everything that's on the walls and emails that I'm getting and stuff like that. Well, a couple weeks ago, sorry guys, we had other stuff to talk about. But a couple weeks ago, the middle school had the Element Superheroes, like up like one of all the walls. So the students made all these posters based on an element from the periodic table and made them into superheroes.
That is so
It was
cool.
the coolest thing that I've seen.
Which hallway? What was it? The E-wing?
Science
wing?
6. Yeah, it was the might not have been. No, so I usually sit like in where the 6th grade, like that
down the
little
ramp?
So it was down the ramp.
Oh,
really
I was just
cool.
there.
Yeah, they took them down.
Oh no, I missed it.
Yeah,
Man, those middle school teachers rock my socks.
they're rocking.
They're amazing. I love it.
And then the high school teachers put out a slide deck for everyone to in the building to work on to get to know each other better.
Oh, that's so
Because there's been so many
smart.
like new teachers and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So it was really cool to see like everybody filling it out and
I'll
stuff.
have to go visit that slide deck.
Absolutely.
I love it. And one of the awesome parts of our job is we're not tied to a room or a classroom. So we get to go and visit anybody we want to in the district. And so I love getting to know like all the different kinds of people we have here. It just makes work so much better.
Absolutely, especially like I've been with the district for less than a year still, so it's, hard to believe, but
Almost a year.
almost a year. April 1st was my year. Is my year. So it's just being able to see all that and get to know people. It just helps.
Yeah. Makes the day go by and
Absolutely.
yeah. All right.
Okay, now let's talk
Now
about
we
Pear
can
Deck.
talk about Pear Deck. Yes. One of my favorite new things has been to make Allie laugh. It's so easy. She's giggling her head off over here.
Sorry, guys. All right, Katie, why don't you go first so that way I can compose myself.
She needs to recover. Okay. All right. So at West Hill, we've been using Pear Deck since COVID. And I would say a lot of our teachers are familiar with it. But there have been some really cool updates. But first, let me explain what it is, I guess. I should probably do that.
Yeah.
So Pear Deck essentially started as an add-on for Google Slides. And it helps teachers to create interactive lessons. So when you are creating your slides, and then you're going to present it to the kids, you could create a drawing slide or a multiple choice slide or a poll or a video or a link. There's all different kinds of draggable, all different kinds of types of slides that you can add to your slide deck or create out of the slides you already have. And that's what makes it super simple. You already have a slide deck, a lesson you're going to give to the kids. You just add interactive pieces to it. And then instead of one student answering a question or calling on students or asking them to raise their hands or having one student come up to the front of the room to work out a math problem, every kid's engaged. Every single kid's engaged. And you can see that they're engaged on your end as a teacher. And that's what I love so much about it.
Absolutely, especially with the real-time feedback. Like I used to, like obviously post it on the board, but I would have another screen so that way I could see what my kids were doing. And so like I love him to pieces, but he would always draw like on my drawable one. So that way it was all one particular color instead of like what I actually asked them to draw. But it was great for me to be like, oh, hey, I'm catching you do this. Or it's you can print them off and things like that. So that way it's when it comes time for parent-teacher conferences or a little extra assistance with certain students, you have like the feedback. So you can be like, this is what they're doing in class.
And I think one of the most important pieces of being a teacher, and I was an English teacher for about 8 years, one of the most important things is to know what your kids know. Because otherwise, why are you standing up and talking at them without knowing where they're at and where they're coming from and what they know and what they don't know? It's super important for us as educators to use that information every single day. Pear Deck makes that easy.
100%.
It sounds like an ad, doesn't it?
It really does.
Pear Deck, reach out.
There we go.
Just
well,
kidding,
Go
just kidding.
Guardian owns them, right?
Yeah, Go Guardian owns them now. Yep, that's true. All right, and so I having the basis of like most people kind of already know about it. I just want to talk about some newer features that I thought were pretty cool. If you open up the extension in Google Slides, you'll see the very first button is now an AI lesson generator. It says Generate Instant Pear Deck. You give it the terms, you give it the standards you want to cover. It will create a lesson slide deck for you that you can then modify, and everything will be interactive on that slide deck. I mean, come on. How easy can they make it? It's amazing. Underneath that, you'll see that you can search for certified ELA and certified math content, already created lessons that you can take, you can modify, and then use with your students. And then another update, which is pretty cool, they separated multiple choice and polls now. So you've got polls and then you've got choice. And the choice, I think the text and the number questions will all be automatically graded for you. And then you'll be able to see pie charts and
bar graphs too,
bar
right?
graphs,
Is what we're talking about?
yep, based on the questions. So then you get that full class feel for how the whole class is doing and where some weaknesses are maybe that you need to recover.
Which is awesome. Just I taught technology to students from kindergarten through 6th grade. So giving my students something like this would have been a lot easier because I had up to 400 students. Like that was a lot of kids. So when I graded something, it was, very time consuming like all of us teachers. And then so having something like this would have made it a lot easier and faster.
Yep, definitely.
So a couple things that I want to kind of tell you guys about, is when you actually log into Pear Deck, there is a flashcard factory. Now, this isn't necessarily like new, but I don't think a whole lot of people know like that it's there.
What do you mean by logging into Pear Deck? Like on the Google Slides?
Nope. Oh, like opening up another tab and going to peardeck.com and logging in that way.
Oh, I don't think many people know how to do that.
No. Well, now we know.
Now we know.
And if you have a question, let me know and I'll help. Please do.
Yeah.
Please contact me. All right, so when you actually log into Pear Deck on a separate Chrome tab, on the left-hand side, if you scroll down a little bit, there's going to be something called Flashcard Factory. And if you click on that, then you can actually put in all the terms that you're working on, plus what you would like the definition to be. And so when your students log in, it works just like any other Pear Deck. You press play, the kids log in, that kind of thing. They will actually get split into two different shifts, night shift and day shift, right, to play against each other. And then so what happens is they'll be like, okay, you need to say if it's pair, they need to draw a pair, and that will be included on the definition cards at the end. So it'll actually make you a PDF list that you can print off and send home with your students of all of the vocabulary words that you did, plus what their definitions were to really help correlate all of that.
It sounds like kind of like a Freyer method.
Yeah.
With the visual or like a Marzano non-linguistic representation. Mm-hmm. That sounds really cool. If anyone has done this,
please let us know.
That are listening, there's the 6 people that are listening. If you've done this,
we appreciate you guys.
We appreciate you, number 1. Number 2, I'd love to see it.
Absolutely, please. We love giving examples, and you could even be on our social media.
Yes, or come on the show.
We would love that.
Can we have another guest, please?
Yes.
Like a teacher?
Yes.
That'd be so fun.
That'd be a lot of
We got to take all this equipment and travel.
Yes. I would love that. That'd
Watch out. We're coming, people.
Dun, dun, dun. And one more thing that I'd like to share is that Pear Deck actually partners with a lot of other great, people and businesses to help create awesome lessons. So say, for example, NASA. And if you go to the partnered with NASA lessons, it will break down on different items that NASA actually does and learning about all of that. So that was pretty cool.
That sounds awesome. I'm looking it up as we speak, actually.
So with NASA, just keeping with that example, write a poem about space or explore Earth and space with art, like that kind of thing. So it brings a lot of our specials into the classroom.
That's so cool. Where do you find that?
So I did it. Let me actually make my screen full screen. It was right after Content Orchard, and then I scrolled down, And on the bottom, there is collections from partners and publishers. So there's like Newsomatic, Google, NASA, Facing History and Ourselves, Next Gen Personal Finance, Everfi, like all sorts of different stuff.
That's so cool. I'm seeing it. Yes. Content Orchard, and then
Scroll all the way down
to collections from partners and publishers. And even before you get that, on Content Orchard, you can actually search for lessons that other people have done by standard. I have a little video out there somewhere in the ether on that.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I remember when we first started with Pear Deck to what it looks like now, and there's so many more features.
So different.
It's amazing. They listen to us.
Yay. Actually, I was just starting right before COVID hit. I was just starting to learn how to use Pear Deck to bring it into the district, and then COVID hit.
Yeah.
So I couldn't help a lot of people, but I tried.
Yeah. So I was thinking about what was coming up in our future as far as like PD and stuff, and I was thinking, when I get on these trains, right, like choo-choo, like I created that database of all of the resources that I've created the last couple of years with Looker Studio and a spreadsheet, and I love visualizing information like that and like giving people like just a place to go where they can find anything that I've done or that anybody has done. You can submit on it too, your own resources. So that was really fun, and I was thinking, as I'm helping a teacher today with a written response assignment and how technology can make people's lives so much easier. And it's amazing how far it's come. I remember when I was teaching high school English and I was inundated with papers. Every week I'd be grading 130 written responses, whether it be a paragraph or two or whatever. And I couldn't take it. So I started having my kids type it and then copying and pasting it into paperrater.com because it was free. And then they had to look at the feedback and review it and then revise their paper. And they were in Google Docs at the time, so I could see the revision history. But that was like the very beginning of me like using technology to make my life easier. And so I always saw like how powerful it could be. And I look at it now and I'm like class companion, pair assessment, quizzes, like all the AI built in to everything. We're going to talk about this next week. It's a lead-in.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. But how, like, I wanted to come up with a PD session, like the top 3 things that make your life easier as a teacher, the top 3 things to help you grade, something like that. Because I'm so passionate about this topic.
That's awesome. And we would really love like some feedback. Like what do you guys as listeners or teachers really are looking for when it comes to like AI feedback or something like that?
Yeah. Yes. We're here for you. So tell us what you want to listen to or what you want to learn about. One other little tiny tidbit today. I was walking around the middle school and they had some like a full building presentations in different rooms. And I noticed that a lot of the projections had like the entire thing at the top of the web page, like the tabs and the bookmarks and the URL bar. And I walked up to one and I just hit the full screen button on the Chromebook, and then that expanded the visible screen of like the webinar that they were on. And so you're expanding it, you're saving like 6 inches on the screen in front of you that's not taken up by garbage that people don't need to see.
Right.
So like little stuff like that. I like to share those things.
Oh, 100%.
But again, it's all about you.
Yes.
Not you, Allie. You in the out there, the teacher, the educator,
Yes.
the administrator. It's all about you guys.
All of our listeners.
Yes. All 6.
All 6 of our listeners.
I'm kidding. I jest. There's some more on YouTube, but
we do appreciate everybody listening to us and stopping us in the hallway and saying something. And,
yeah.
We like that our message is getting out.
I mean, it's great. Last episode we already talked about PD Day coming up. Is there anything new that is coming up?
There's a little bit. So I'm collaborating with one of the math teacher trainers at BOCES, and we're coding across the curriculum.
Ooh.
So the next one is actually Unplugged in March 20th.
That's cool. Is it?
excited.
Will it be in the catalog?
Yes.
In the
Well, and it's already
catalog?
posted. It's already posted on Frontline.
Oh, you should add it to our monthly newsletter that's supposed to come out this week. That I think we need to
Whoops.
take a look at and remember to do this week.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. Oh, it's on my calendar for the 6th.
Oh, sweet.
We have a little time.
Yep. Until Thursday.
Thursday. 2 days. It's fine.
We're good.
Yeah.
We're okay.
All right.
All right.
I
Awesome.
think that's it.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Thank you, everybody.
Have a good one.